Ladies and gentlemen, they have done it. They have churned on Joe, Nancy Pelosi, mainstream news media. Obama tried churning on him, but the blackmail, the dirt that Biden has on Obama, it's not going too well for Obama, but everyone else is shockingly churning against him. And it is playing right into the hand of Donald Trump. Plus, Arizona just did something shocking that actually secures, if not Trump victory, then at least a fair election night. And we're about to get right into that, ladies and gentlemen. But please, as soon as you're in, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment letting me know you're with me, you're here me, woo, you see me. Share this with a friend or two. Now, really quick, I got to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video, Midas Gold Group. Ladies and gentlemen, gold and silver, that's the way to go. This is what you need. It protects your money from Biden inflation, high gas prices, collapse of the dollar, and bank runs. Text Vlad to the number 232425 or go to MidasGoldGroup.com. Get yourself some free silver on qualifying orders. Let's get right into it. By the way, links are down below for all of that. First things first. Nancy Pelosi still won't back Joe Biden. Mainstream MSNBC. Does Joe Biden have your support to be the head of the Democratic Party? Well, let's listen to what she said.
Does he have your support to be the head of the Democratic ticket?
As long as the president has it's up to the president to decide if he is going to run. We're all encouraging him to make that decision because time is running short.
Right there. She does not say, yes, I support him. It's his decision. So that then when they actually push him out behind closed doors, they're going to say it was his choice. But we know it was not his choice. Let me present to you video number 2. Again, this is of Nancy Pelosi being asked about Joe.
That him waiting so long to make this decision.
I'm not going to make any comments in the hallway about the fate of our nation. Okay?
Are you concerned whether or not he can win in November?
I think he can.
Do you believe he should run for re-election?
He's drunk.
Am I speaking English to you?
Am I speaking English to you? She keeps saying, do you support Joe? Please tell us. Do you support him? Yes or no? Are you worried about the country?
I'm not going to be making
And she keeps babbling. She could have said a yes or no this entire time.
about any attack right now in the hallway.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is just one of many updates when it comes to the Democrats churning against Joe. We are watching not just the end of Joe Biden and the entire Biden regime, Biden last a political career disaster. The end. We are watching the Democrats eat themselves. We are watching the Democrats destroy themselves from within. Now, from here, we are going to Twitter. We are going on George, a.k.a. Beheezy, a.k.a. Black Chocolate. This is on his post. Breaking. The Georgia Election Board has voted 3-1 to adopt rule to require ballots to be hand counted at the precinct level by poll officers each day of voting to ensure the totals match with the machines. This is a game changer for election integrity. Quote, the poll manager and the 2 witnesses shall sign a label affixed to the container indicating that it contains all the correct ballots from the indicated ballot box and no additional ballots, the new rule says. This rule used to exist until corrupt Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger ordered poll managers to stop doing it. I now think Georgia is going full-blown red because of this and other good changes that have been put into place. And this is the actual, amendment. So what's happening? When a stack of ballots comes in, before it runs through the machine or after, there are going to be 3 people. 2 people are counting them to make sure the count is the same, and 1 person witnesses, then they sign off. Then at the end, they take what the machine number says and their double hand count, and they compare the numbers to make sure everything is running smoothly, everything is going good. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me pull something up. Come on, where is it? Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Here's what we're going to talk about at the end. What are we witnessing? What are we witnessing in the United States in our political sphere? We are watching the fall of globalism. There is a populist movement that is growing, that is taking over school boards, local precinct levels, governor seats, Senate, Congress, White House. These are people that are not lifelong politicians. These are people that never wanted to be in politics. These are teachers. These are pastors. These are construction workers. These are fast food workers. These are your Christian men and women, or maybe non-religious, but people who live with dignity. These are people that wanted to just grow up, get married, own a home, a couple cars, take a couple of vacations a year, have kids, and be happy. And then one day retire. But something happened. Something happened. The globalist communists came in and they took over the Democrat Party and the Republican Party. I've said this before, I'll say it again. The number one enemy of the United States is not the Democrats, but the Republicans. The ones who, when they get control of the House or Senate, do nothing. But when the Democrats have control, they push every anti-America, every anti-freedom legislation that they can, while the Republicans do nothing to fight against it. Then when the Republicans take control, they don't reverse those laws and they don't pass anything to ensure freedom. So what is happening? These people that never wanted to be in politics, they never even really cared about politics. They saw that everything is getting more expensive. That illegal immigrants who do not speak this language, who do not want to conform to this nation, are taking their jobs at a much lower wage. They see their youth, their kids becoming drug addicts. Addiction like this country has never seen before. Why? Because our borders are open. They saw how the companies that their parents, then they were working for, just shut down and go overseas, go to China or go to Mexico. They went somewhere else. But then those goods came back to be sold here for a much higher price. They saw inflation rise. They saw that they send their kids to school as a boy and their boy comes back as a quote unquote girl. They saw Luke go to school as a Luke, come back as Lucy. They said, what is happening? They saw that the park that they used to go and take walks in over on the weekends with their wife and kids are now filled with homeless people. Needles on the side of the road, drug paraphernalia on the playground. And they said, we're done. What's happening to our country? And out of nowhere, this multi-billionaire playboy, Donald Trump, the famous guy for his show, the guy that is, golfs and builds skyscrapers and is ruthless, runs for president. He was never supposed to win, and he wasn't supposed to win. Let's all be honest. But then he does. But then when he wins, we see our politics just be exposed for fake news, for the propaganda that they push, not on other countries, but on us. We see how the establishment, how the FBI gets transformed into the police of the government. So now there are these people that never wanted to be in politics are running for seats, and they're winning seats. This is what's happening in our country. And we are seeing the death of the Democrat Party and a full destruction and rebuilding of the Republican Party. This is not your granddaddy's Republican Party anymore. This is not the Cheney or the Bush Republican Party of the, expensive suits and old men drinking $1,000 whiskey. This is the party of the young kid down the street who wants to, have a good construction job. This is the party of the black rapper who wants to come up and now he's rapping about Trump. This is the party of everyone who just wants freedom, who wants to buy a cheap house, who wants to make affordable, who wants their life to where they make enough money to live life without working 12-hour shifts. It has completely been reborn. It is being restructured, and we are witnessing the greatest political / spiritual / American patriot awakening, not just the nation, but the world has ever seen. Oh, it's not democracy. It's a constitutional republic. And when they say they are a threat to democracy, I say, yes, you are right. You can have your democracy. You can have your open borders and fentanyl poisoning from China that we do nothing about. Listen to this. Over 250,000 people have died in the last 12 months from fentanyl overdose. And all that fentanyl came in through the southern border illegally. If in any country, 250,000 people died in a year from a war, that would be genocide. In Ukraine, in the last 2.5 years, less than 12,000 civilians have died. That's 2.5 years. Less than 12,000 civilians have died, and there are tanks, there are fighter jets. There are bombs dropping. But here in America, without a single bomb, without a single tank, without a single shot fired, 250,000 youth between the ages of 16 and 43 have died to fentanyl poisoning. And that's not even talking about from gun violence, because Democrats, what they love to do is they want to take you, the law-abiding citizen, American citizen, law-abiding patriot. They want to take your gun away and they want to give it to the gangsters. If you take 5 top cities in the United States with gun violence, so I believe we're like the 7th or the 8th country for gun violence, or we're in the top 20. If you remove the 5 top cities, which are all Democrat run, St. Louis, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles, you remove those 4, we're like 178th. All 5 are Democrat run. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to stand up. It's time for us to speak truth to power and not be scared. The Democrats right now, this is our chance to make our move politically, right? Peacefully, patriotically, but make our move to win this next election in such a landslide that the world has never seen before. Because the Democrats are eating their own right now. They can't make a decision about who's going to be president, who's going to this, that, or the other. This is our chance. We can't mess it up. We have to be united behind Trump and his endorsements like never before. We need to make sure all of our friends, all our neighbors, family, co-workers are ready and registered and ready to vote. This is our chance to change the trajectory of this nation forever. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you. That's right. That's right. When you got Nancy going on everywhere and saying, I don't know if I support him or not, it's his choice. He's screwed. Nice. I'll be in Florida soon. All day, like I just spoke in the video. Georgia sure did. They went back to the 2016 laws, rules, and regulations. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I'll keep you updated, so make sure, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Trump 2024. In Jesus' name.